morning everybody to today's quiet, relaxing yin yoga class. So just bring yourself to sitting comfortably. Just make sure that you have everything around you that you think you're going to need. So anything that you feel will help you to get into the poses more and to relax into those poses, especially when we go into the longer held yin poses. Just let your hands rest on your thighs, on your knees. Just relax down. Sense of pulling the flesh out from behind you, sitting nice and upright. So just let the legs go. If you want to put something underneath them to relax into, you carry on. Allow your eyes to close or just lower your gaze, so your drishti, and then just notice your breath. Notice how you breathe. Notice where you breathe. And start to guide the breath in through the nose, down through the back of the throat, into the chest. And then slowly let that breath come out. On your next breath in, try taking it down a little deeper into the belly. Feel the expanse of breath entering the lungs. And then leaving the lungs as you breathe out through the mouth, just breathing out tensions, anxieties and stress that may be lingering inside you. Just do one more round of breath. And just allow your breath to settle. Allow your body to settle, your mind, and have an awareness of your intention for your practice today, your sankalpa. And just reaffirm that to yourself. What's your goal today? What do you need to do today for yourself? You may not have any intention, that's perfectly fine. You may just want to relax and stretch. Just allow your eyes to open now, or your gaze, your drishti to lift, and take those shoulders and roll them back. So bring yourself forward, take your pushing away to the side as we come in to warm up the body a little bit with the cat-cow cobra flow. So just take a breath in as you dip and lift up. And then exhale as you round the spine. Keep the weight through the fingers, not through the wrists. Pressing up and pushing up and away. Lovely flow of breath with movement of spine. Widening collarbones, widening shoulder blades. And again, lifting. This time, as you come up, take it back and over to the right side, circle to the left, come forwards and lift. Up, over to the left, stretch the left side, stretch the right side, come forward into your cow pose. Exhale to the right, over to the left, forward, up into cow. One more time, push up into cat, back to the left. Over to the right and sit back. This time, bring your fingers forward and come forward and up into cobra and drop it down. And again, push up into cobra. Press the tops of the toes down, relax the shoulders. And again, pushing up. And relaxing down. One more time, just a dynamic cobra. And then we're going to take this into Sphinx pose. So bring your arms in front. So we're just going to stay here for a few minutes. So move your hips side to side. And just feel the lower back, just release tension as you do that. Then ground through the toes, ground through the pubic bone. Take your shoulders down and back as you lift your heart center Make sure your elbows are in line with your shoulders. As you lift up through the heart center into your Sphinx pose. And deepen in your breath. You can take your hands a little wider if you wish. That will make it a bit easier on your low back if you need to. So just focus on pressing the toes gently down to allow the knees to lift. Have the toes turned in toward each other to decompress the spine if you need to do that. And if you want to come up a little more, just bring your elbows in a little closer to each other. Forearms a little closer. Push down through the finger pads. And every time you breathe in, just take that chest a little higher and relax it through. Anytime you wish to come down out of this pose and take a rest for your back, that's fine. If you're okay to stay here, just stay and increase the depth of your pose, the time of your pose. So if you want to now, you can bring a block or a cushion and you can take your arms to rest on there and just get that little bit of extra lift and a little bit more extension. So you can just keep your hands, fingertips resting down. You can have another block in front of you here to rest your hands on. So your forearms are on the higher block. And you want something soft here. So I'm using my soft Kapok filled block. So try not to let your shoulders hunch up, so you want to lift up through the heart center and just relax down. Just deepening into the pose, deepening your experience. So what are you feeling? What sensations may be arising for you, not only in your part of your body that you're working on, but your mind, your emotions. Just notice how you feel and make that awareness a non-judgmental awareness. So from here now we're going to start to come down slowly. So put one arm down, take your cushion away and just move your hips side to side and then just gently push yourself up and just sit back a little bit just to counter pose. And then we're going to come into our hero pose here. So I'm going to use my cushion again to rest my legs on so that my knees are off the floor, okay? So hero pose, you can either sit on your heels here or you can have your bottom down through. You can sit on a block if you want to. So feet would be to the side for the hero pose, but you can just rest on them. So let's take our arms up. As you come down, take your right arm underneath as we come into eagle arms in this hero pose. So push the elbows forward and up, pull the chin back and down, relax the shoulders down and just deepen that space in the neck and the upper shoulders, upper back. With your breath, just deepen down, relax, just let everything go, let yourself sink down onto your legs or your cushion, whatever you're on. And just relax the whole body with breath. And then slowly release those arms, take them up. Just come forwards, open the knees, and then sit back into your child's pose, resting down. So you can move your arms here
to the left side and push your right hip away and feel that stretch to the right side here. Deepening your breath. And then just walk your hands back to center, over to the left side, stretching through the left side. Drop that left hip down further away. Really open out that area. And then bring it back to center. You can either keep your arms outstretched or you can just bring them back now to rest on your thighs. Have your forehead down. And your hips just snuggle down onto your heels. And breathe into your back. Breathe into your hips. Breathe into any areas of tension that you feel. And then just bring your arms forward and lift yourself back up as we come into hero pose on the other side now. So if you want to, you can have your legs on here and your feet off to the side. Sit wherever you feel comfortable. Okay. And then take your arms up. As you come down, take your left arm underneath. And if you want to, you can just put your hands on your shoulders. Make sure the elbows are crossed. Push forward and up, chin back and down. As we just hold this eagle pose arms. So just really opening up through the shoulders. So just notice how your neck feels here. Maybe move your head ear to the shoulder and feel that stretch deepen on the left side by pulling that left shoulder down just a touch more. Breathing into the area. Then lift the head back up. Drop it over to the left side and push the right shoulder down. And just feel that lovely stretch there. And then release back up to center. Take chin back and down. Push elbows forward and up. Just a little more. Keep those shoulders down. Deepen in through the breath. And then release. Take those arms up. Release it down. So we're going to come to a sitting position now. So I'm still using my cushion. So I'm going to come into half Lord of the Fishes. So let's take, first of all, sit back here. Keep your left leg forward, left leg straight, and cross your right foot over. And just bring the foot up as close to you as you can. And that might be enough for you, to just stay here. So lengthen through that straight leg heel. And feel that stretch on this outer hip, thigh and buttock area. And then just take the shoulders back and just relax it through. So feel that deep stretch in your hips. And once you feel that start to release, we can add a twist to that. So take your right arm up, take it behind, take your left arm up, and then take your right shoulder back and bring that arm down to the outside, or you can use your hand, or you can use your strap. Hand through, underneath, whatever feels comfortable for you. Just find that position. Sometimes you can just pull your belly in to create a little bit more space, and then get yourself to sit up. So use your back hand to keep your spine upright. Just let that arm rest down or up wherever you feel comfortable. And just gently relax here. So just work on deepening your stretch, deepening your pose. Just relaxing through a little bit more. stay here. Or if you want a deeper stretch for the last minute, bring that front leg, that straight leg back to a bent position. Bring your other foot round a little bit more and just bring yourself into this position here with your knees stacked on top of one another. And you can just do the same twist in this position here. So this is really opening up through the hips here. So using your cushion just to relax through and get a little bit more lift to help you into the pose a little deeper. So just relax with breath. And if you find this challenging, just think about your sankalpa or intention. So what have you brought to your mat? And think about how you need to deal with it. Think about the discomfort you feel physically here as that intention today. And it teaches us to deal with what's in our mind in correlation to what we feel in our body. So we start to come out of whichever pose you are in. So lifting up. Just bring the legs forward and just do a little windscreen wiper side to side. Just going to repeat that on the other side now. So take your right leg forward, pull the flesh out from behind you, sit up tall, and take your left leg across, bring that foot in. And again, you may want to just hold this position here, sitting up tall, extend from the crown of your head. So sometimes you need to move through the pose little by little, not go straight into that end one that we did on the other side. So use your breath to challenge yourself, add a little bit of a twist with that exhale. And then if you feel ready to twist a little bit more, take that arm up, take it back and hold. Hand on here and twist back with your left shoulder. And if you still need a little bit more, reach up with the right hand, exhale, pull the belly center in and just create a little bit more space and just bring that arm around so that you push that leg up into that good position there. And just hold that one. Focus on relaxing into the pose. So if you're really kind of hanging on for grim death here, you need to back off a little bit, okay, and find the right place for you. Find your edge. You're always looking for a workable edge. So if you want a little bit more here, bring that front leg back and bring your bent knee forward, come up, move the legs, cross the knees and just sit back down onto your cushion and feel that really big deep open in there now. So you can just hold that position and just relax. You can add that twist to the left side and have a real deep sense of working through the tensions in your mind, in your body, in your hips. We store a lot of our tensions in our hips, in our pelvis area. So work through what's arising for you, what sensations you feel. And finding solutions by feeling the actual pose, the feeling in the pose, just start to release and let go. You can let go with your troubles and stresses the same way. And then slowly start to bring it back to center. So if you're in this position, just come out really carefully and let's do some windscreen wipers. Good. And And so we're just going to come forwards now. And we're going to come into a half splits pose with the right leg's going to be behind. So have your left leg forwards. So we're in this kind of lunge position here. Just going to do a little dynamic part of the pose first of all. So from the dragon pose, holding onto your blocks, push back into a half splits. So your back knee is in line with your hip here, and then push forwards. Push the hip forward and press it back. And again, push forwards and press it back. So just releasing tension through the hips, through that front back of the thigh, through the hamstrings, through the calf, right through into the heel, into the ball of the foot. Good. And then we're going to hold in our half splits position. So bring your blocks wherever you feel comfortable. Drive the hips back. If you want to, you can take it down and rest on your blocks if that's available to you. Bring my knee around this way a little bit. So whatever height blocks you need. And just feel that lovely stretch. So have a sense of lengthening through your spine, pushing the hips away, then resting down on your forearms, onto your blocks. And just feel that stretch deepen. You can move your foot side to side and just feel where that stretch moves to. Feel it deepen, feel the release as you feel those tissues kind of really lengthening. So deepening your breath. So if it gets a bit tough, just focus on your breath. Breathe into your back. Breathe into the spaces of tension. Count your breath. Take your mind off the discomfort that you may be feeling. And as we start to come out of this pose now, bring your hands back to your blocks and just bring yourself forwards. Move the hips side to side. Good. And you're going to do that on the other side now. So just bring that leg back, open the knees. Sit back into child's pose with your hands on your blocks, just really stretching out. Breathe into the back and then come forward up into a wide cat and take that right leg forward and your left leg is back. Holding on here. So let's take a breath in and then exhale as you push back. And again, take a breath in and push back. Make sure your heel is in line with your hip, not out too far. Just get that lovely flow of breath with movement, going from back, front of hip, to front, back of thigh and calf. And again, press. And then we're going to hold. So just hold it here. Find your workable edge. Sitting back, you may want to bring your back knee in a little closer to you, shorten that gap a little bit between your front foot and your back knee. So bringing it centrally a little bit more. And sitting back a little deeper. Anytime you wish to come out, just lift your hips forward and then sit back down. Find a little bit more space. And relax it through. So soften the knee. Feel the letting go of the tissues. So mine's just starting to go now. Just starting to feel more of an awareness in my hamstrings, in my calf. It's kind of like, almost like a tingly sensation, but not a tingling like a nerve sensation. They're two different things. It's a feeling of aliveness. That's what it is. My leg feels alive. And then we can just drop your blocks and start to increase where you feel that stretch. You may want to move your front foot forward a little bit, but keep your back knee in line with your hip. And we can then drop it down a little bit more if that's available to you, or use your blocks on a different height just to find that workable edge. Just going to hold it here. And then as we start to come out of this pose, just do a little bit of movement back and forth. And from here, we are going into Shavasana. So put your blocks down, turn yourself around and bring yourself into a comfortable Shavasana position. So you can use a cushion for the back of your head if you wish. You can use bolsters or cushions underneath your knees. Or you can just lie with your feet to the wide edges of your mat. Lift your heart center. Draw the shoulder blades in very lightly and let them settle down so you have a neutral spine. Palms facing up. Just relaxing through, let the whole body sink down. As you release and let go of tensions that you feel in your body, that you notice in your breath, and that you have in your mind, which culminates as stress in your body, worry and anxiety. So time to let them go. Just imagine you have a little box with a lid by the side. Just breathe out your anxieties, your troubles, concerns, and watch the words as they land in the box, one by one. Allow your body to rest. And as you feel and watch each word settle into the box, allow your heels to rest, the backs of your legs, the backs of your arms, the whole of your spine from your tailbone all the way up to the back of your head. And then just place the lid on the box. Relax and let go to a sense of peace, calm, tranquility. And if you wish to stay here, just pause the video if you're watching this. Just stay as long as you wish. as I bring you out now. So start to deepen your breath. With that deeper breath, bring small movements to fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, head and neck. And as you feel rested and relaxed, in a quiet mind, body and breath, just allow all your words to stay in your box and just gently put that box in a drawer, in a cupboard, and leave it there. And your arms to your side with your feet together. Take a breath in and reach those arms up overhead. As you exhale, draw the knees in, hold them in, as if you're hugging yourself. Give yourself love and kindness. And gently rock those knees side to side, having a sense of well-being, that you've dealt with some tensions and stresses today. And then just place your feet down and roll onto your right side. And just stay here for a moment. So you allow your eyes to flutter open. Have a sense of where you are. And when you're ready, just carefully bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position and sit wherever you feel comfortable. And if you're sitting in Sukhasana, you can change the foot that's in front this time. And just let your hands rest. So just have a sense of received your self-love, compassion and kindness. And just make an intention to give yourself this space at least once a day, for just a couple of minutes, to sit quiet, reflect on what you feel within your body, mind and breath. Bring your palms together to your heart center. Plug your thumbs into your heart center. Feel the heartbeat. Feel the warmth and compassion that you have for others. And direct that inwards to yourself as you look after yourself. So as we collectively give thanks for the time we've allowed ourselves today, I sincerely thank you for joining me. Namaste. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that and learned something about yourself today and found something to take forward to release anxiety and stress that you may be feeling. And practice daily. Practice makes perfect, as they say. So once again, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to sharing my practice with you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.